All right, it looks like we are live. Well, hello everyone. I am Jacqui Bowman and I am here with Pam Oster from Canton, Ohio, and we are both here at eXp today, and we just wanted to share with you a little bit about Pam and who she is and how she came about coming to eXp and a little bit about her. And we're going to be featuring an agent once a week. So this week it's Pam. So I'm really excited to have her. So thank you, Pam, for joining me. I appreciate it. So just to kind of warm up the crowd a little bit, just let them know how long you've been in the business and just tell us a little bit about yourself, where you live, that kind of thing.
Well, thank you for having me, and happy International Women's Day.
Woo, woo.
Yes. So I got licensed in 2005. So I was in a very brisk market when I came in. I was very lucky. And I just recently heard that period when I came to real estate and what we're going through now with the crazy buyer's market or seller's market, excuse me. These supposedly have been the two best markets in a very, very long time. I just heard a podcast on that. So I've been through the downturn also. So interesting since 2005, what I've experienced. I was with my former broker for a long time.
Yeah.
And so, I've been with eXp probably about 15 months.
Cool.
No, maybe about 13 or 14 months. I love it, by the way. And so my other part of my life is my family life. I have a almost 30-year-old daughter and an 8-year-old grandson. And so that's a little bit about me.
Yeah, and so I also know that you're pretty passionate about animals, dogs specifically, and animals and that kind of thing. Tell me a little bit about personally, over the past 20 years, like what you've done in that realm. I mean, because we all have our real estate license, right? But there's other things we're passionate about or something we did before real estate, right? So
right. Well, from about 2002 till about 2018, I helped front a rescue. In other words, I was one of 3 women that ran the operations. And, I got into that because of my daughter as a 10-year-old. We had a passion for animals always, but for my daughter, ballet didn't stick, gymnastics didn't stick. Volunteering as a junior volunteer with a rescue did stick, and it became her lifelong passion. And, she's still an avid fosterer and, an advocate for adoption, spay and neuter, all of those things. So while I still am involved in rescue, I have diverted a little bit. I'm not at the front of a rescue anymore. I've diverted more to the promotion of spay and neuter. I actually do social media for a very popular clinic here in Canton called Alter Clinic, and it is absolutely a nonprofit, low-cost spay and neuter. I'm sure maybe a few Canton residents.
Awesome. Well,
yeah, I'm loving that, but awesome. 7 days a week is real estate agent.
It's real estate. No, I love it.
Pick my priorities, and of course,
real estate. It's always good to know that our real estate agents are giving back in our communities and doing other things, not just selling real estate 24/7. So that's awesome. I loved learning a little bit about you, and I'm sure the rest of us did as well. So
thank you. Thank you for mentioning that.
Yeah, absolutely. So kind of going back to the 2005 got licensed, you've been at the same brokerage for a very, very long time until you made this switch. So how long were you at your previous broker, and what attracted you to eXp, or how did eXp come about?
Well, I was at my previous broker for about 15 years.
Wow.
And same broker. That's unusual in this business. People tend to hop around a little bit, but I found a good home there, and it allowed me to get very knowledgeable and work within, in addition to buyers and sellers in residential. I was able to do land development. I was able to do land sales, new construction. That was just another part of my business. I represented a North Canton community called the Sanctuary. And so, until that community was about sold out, which it took many years because it was so large. I wanted to diversify, and was seeing what else was out there. And innocently enough, I met some eXp agents, and I wanted to know more. And So, you know,
Yes, and
that
you
was
met our
step
good
one.
friend. You met our
That
good
was
friend
step one.
Nicole Ward, right? So that's
Right,
awesome.
right. Her and Kelsey Wozniak and quite a few of them. They actually had started a roundtable, which realtors got together from all companies, and so I was invited to it, and it was great. It was great. We really bonded across a couple counties, different realtors, different brokers that they were attached to, and but the more I saw these gals and heard things, and I would, after our roundtables, pull them aside because they were reluctant to even talk about EXP. That wasn't the agenda there, and I just wanted to know more, and that really got
So it
piqued my interest.
Yeah, so it really wasn't like you were seeking out other brokers or anything like that. It's more of, coming across some great energy, some great stuff, and just wanting to know more. And then once you found out a little bit more, you pivoted in your business and you took that huge risk. I mean, when you've been at the same broker for 15 years and then you take a risk, it's not really so much that the finances of it, because you can see the difference. It's more about that ego risk of like making that change and wondering about what people think, and just all of those things go through your head, but you still made the move and you took the risk. So my question to you, moving from that, now that you've been here, you said what, 18 months?
I think maybe 13, 14.
Okay.
Honestly, I've been so busy I haven't even paid attention.
So it's been over a year, but not
Yeah,
2 years.
yeah,
So my
yeah.
question is, tell everyone, what has eXp provided you that you didn't expect? And how has this company changed your life and business?
Well, the unbelievable technology. Um, I felt like, of course, as a real estate agent, we're all often, out in the field, meeting with our buyers, meeting with our sellers. And when I wasn't doing that, I was spending so much time in the office. And of course, when I came in 2005, that's what you did. You had an office within the building and you worked out of that and you had everything provided. So with EXP, everything's on my laptop. They have everything in the cloud. I have found time in my life for the first time in 15 years as a real estate agent. Yes, working at home. I set up a better home office than I had before. And again, it's just been a life changer on many levels.
That's
Uh,
awesome. So
yeah. And, the quality of the brokers has really impressed me. Um, they are so readily available. Um, I I have to say that was a refreshing change for me. And their priority, and of course, at first I heard it, but I'm like, okay, let's see. But
right,
we really are as agents, because agents and our clients are their first priority.
right, right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So agents being owners, and the brokers knowing that the agent is their priority, and that our compliance brokers and our brokerage teams is there to serve us. So that's their full-time job, is to serve us as the agents. And it is a total game changer. You are
It
correct.
is. And, they're also wonderful. That's been
Yeah.
a misconception that a lot of people have, real estate agents, when I'm getting questions asked of me about my change in EXP.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, you don't have anybody helping you. You have no management. And I've said, oh, that's not true. I said, we've got accounting people. The list is long, and they're so helpful. I know when I first came here and I made a couple of innocent mistakes, not life threatening or anything like that, but I got an email and it said, hey, Pam, can you add this to your file? And all the files, I no longer have to fumble with paper. That's pretty antiquated now. Everything's in the cloud, but they check everything. And it's beyond what I expected.
That's awesome. And what I love is, I was just teaching this morning to a group of mentees, because we have a great mentorship program here if you're a new agent. But I was on with a bunch of mentees, and there was an agent in there, same thing. She's been in the business for 16 years, and she shared a mistake that she made last year. And I said, did you guys all hear that? Like, we all make mistakes, and it doesn't matter
Oh,
how long you're in the business, you're always going to be learning. So I love to hear that. So we're going to wrap up. Oh, go ahead.
not even mistakes because you don't already know something, but
Yeah.
we're very busy, and
Oh yeah.
we have that safety net with that team.
With our
And
compliance,
that's really what the
that's
mistake was on this particular one.
to protect
I
it.
just, busy, putting everything in the download, and it was my mistake, but it was easy to correct. And thank heaven, because I didn't have to backtrack to that, a couple weeks later. It was handled because they were
Yep.
looking for me.
I love their servant leadership attitude of like, we're
Mhm.
here to help you be compliant. And it's not like they're coming at you with a ruler, it's more about them
Oh
just
no,
protect you.
they're lovely. They're
Awesome.
lovely. I
I
mean,
love it.
it doesn't get any better than this. I'm just, like I said, I'm totally impressed.
Awesome.
And to answer that direct question that you answered me, lots of surprises, and they're all good.
It's life changing for your business, which then in turn changes your life. And it gives you that freedom of time back. The time, the quickness of the answers, how you can serve your clients at a higher level is just amazing. So to wrap this up, if agents wanted to talk to you a little bit more about exploring real estate or exploring with you their business and sharing ideas, or wanted to know a little bit more about eXp, how would you want them to contact you?
Well, I'm on Facebook, but I'm a little old school. I really love phone calls. But if that's not comfortable for somebody, and I'll give you my phone number in a minute, but if that's not comfortable, email, whatever, media, we have many now that we can connect. So my phone is 330-936-3480. My email is ohiorealtorpam@gmail.com. And I have to tell you, and very important, because it was important to me when I was thinking of transitioning, confidentiality is absolutely promised.
Yes.
And again, we can talk in any venue you want. We can meet in a neighboring community. We're used to being out with our masks, so we could actually even meet up one-on-one.
Sure.
And also know if you're an individual agent, obviously we do that type of meetup. But if you're part of a team, I can meet with all or part. And actually, Jacqui, thank you to you for also adding so much to the agents that I've been talking to. There's a lot of interest with eXp, and I'll tell you, it will change your life. And a lot of people say, "Well, what was the big thing?" And I'm like, I can't narrow it down. I could just jibber jabber all day long, but I can say one of the peak things that got my attention was it is one of the best pay plans in local real estate. I mean, it really is. And, I mean, the list is long. I'd love to
And
tell
it's life
everybody
changing.
about it.
Finances are life changing, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It really, nobody's more surprised than me.
I love it. I love it. All right. Well, very good. Pam gave you her contact information. We will put that in the comments. And folks, here's just another little fact. eXp's growth rate, we brought over 3,500 agents. I think it was 3,700 agents joined eXp last month in February. This is the highest of any real estate brokerage in the industry. We are expected to hit 100,000 agents by the end of this year, which is so exciting because we're changing the lives of agents like Pam all over. And so the way we're doing this is through word of mouth and through other agents like Pam. So agents are coming. And if you're interested at all and you know Pam personally, reach out to her. We look forward to meeting you. And thank you, excuse me, thank you, Pam, for the interview. And we'll talk to everybody soon. Thanks.